This is Comerica Park. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next. Almost ready to get underway. And starting this one, Tarik Skubal. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Okay, all set to go. Now up for Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz. Fouled off. He was late.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Here comes a pitch. Hard hit, right side. He steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second.
All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get 1 pitch. You better not miss it.
Swing and a foul out of play. The next offering misses. 2-1. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
1 out, base is empty. Rips 1 to left. That's a base hit. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
He was all over that one. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. And that's way high. Ball 1. Man at second. And that's off the inside edge. And now 2-0. Fought off foul. Hit on the ground to short. Sweeney throws to first in time.
Batting fourth, right fielder Josh Lowe.
So digging in, Josh Lowe. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Green makes the grab, and that'll do it. 1 left for Tampa, and now the Tigers get their first opportunity. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the mound now, Shane McClanahan.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to bunt his way on. Loud. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Here's Gleyber Torres. Pitches in there. That's strike 1. McClanahan, multi-time All-Star, 27 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Clips the corner, and that is strike 2.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Meadows aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the big powder black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Here's Riley Green. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And he makes the catch. 2 down.
Batting fourth,
let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Next to the plate is the Tigers DH, Kerry Carpenter. Not even close there. And that's ball 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Step off, throw to first. Meadows back on a dive. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Gets a piece and stays alive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next one misses, and it's 2-2. And down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Tigers come up empty in the first. Through an inning at Comerica, no score. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Rays, Danny Jansen. Scooble back to work. Late on that fastball.
Boom. That's cheddar, baby.
Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Now, Christopher Morel. Second inning here, no score. That clips the corner.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Gary Simmons, our plate umpire today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides, and with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success.
And now, Jose Caballero. That's inside. Two out, space is empty. The shortstop takes the ball. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back at Comerica Park, bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's the right fielder, Matt Vierling. And a strike in there. McClanahan, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a slider. Gets him to chase after that one.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
The next pitch misses, going to count 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Outside with a breaking ball. Cut on and lifted in the air, low, ranging after it, and it's caught for the out.
Batting 6th, first baseman Colt Keith.
So up next, Colt Keith. Foul ball there.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Pretty simple with the pitch
Batting
sequence right there.
seventh,
Went after him with
third
3 straight
baseman,
fastballs. But the thing to
Young.
notice, every one of them was well located, all on the edge of the zone. And in those spots, even if he does put it in play, chances are that it's not going to be hit hard. Great fastball command for the punch out.
Jace Young up now for the Tigers. And that's outside. And that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that one is lifted in the air. DeLuca sizes this one up. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Offense held in check there. We played 2 full. We're tied 0-0. On to the 3rd inning. And now
Rays,
Richie
left fielder,
Palacios.
Richie Palacios.
There's the sinker at the knees for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Line drive, and that's just foul. And a base hit into right center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Back against the
Batting
wall
ninth,
with 2
center
strikes,
fielder,
but found
Johnny
a way.
DeLuca.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Here's a speed threat, Johnny DeLuca. Little chopper rolls foul. Top of the 3rd, no score. And that's a little bit high, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Drops into the glove. 1 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Yandy Diaz.
Yandy Diaz now. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
That one inside, and now it's even 1-1. That one ripped. That ball's carrying. Gone straight into the visitors' bullpen. He made him pay for that one, and they jump out front. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Lau at the plate, doubled in his first AB. Oh, 1 now. That's towards center. Meadows settles underneath it. Brings it in. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero getting ready to hit. Grounded out his first time. And that's a little bit high.
Counts 1-0. Aye.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. The 1-1 is fouled off. This ball's chopped on the ground, but it kicks foul. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
Now
off
here's the
for the
Detroit
Tigers,
catcher, Jake Rogers. And Chris, his big strength is defense. But it is interesting, in today's world of baseball compared to when you played, a good defensive catcher is considered differently.
Whatever you get offensively is a bonus, but he's got to put the fingers down. He's got to present pitches to the umpire. They're going to help his pitcher get more strikes.
2-0.
I think the other component is putting down the finger that the pitcher wants to throw and being on the same page. And that's something that this guy does really well. Gets in sync with his pitchers.
Boog, his preparation is off the charts. I was down in the clubhouse today trying to find him just to pick his brain a little bit. He's so buried in that video room, it's hard to get a chance to talk to him. Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That one just misses, and it's 3-2.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Stays alive.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Swung on, belted. And it slices foul, but it had the distance.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Puts it in the air out towards left center. DeLuca hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting ninth, shortstop.
Here's the
Trey
shortstop
Sweeney.
at the plate, Trey Sweeney. Just missed. He swings and fouls one off. On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out.
Now batting the center fielder, Parker Meadows.
Parker Meadows up now for the Tigers.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but he also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find.
Over to Diaz, and that's the third out. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They trail things here 2-0. Back here in Detroit, and now the right fielder, Josh Lowe.
Josh Lowe.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
Well, these Rays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
1 away.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Now it's Jansen to hit. Caught looking his first time up. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Jansen, 29 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. And there's a ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. That one finds the zone. 2-2 now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. One down, base is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Full count.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
So now here's the DH, Christopher Morel. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Nabs it, and that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Rays 2 and the Tigers nothing. And we're back. John Shelby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Gleyber Torres. Here's a high fly ball out to center. DeLuca makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, left
He was all
fielder,
over that first pitch fastball.
Riley
Just
Green.
barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Riley Green, the next to hit. Fly to left his first time. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The Rays up by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. fouls it off. Still 1-2. Sugar Shane notches the strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Carpenter in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two outs. Swinging a foul straight back. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Down in order go the Tigers. They're still down. It's 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark.
For the Rays,
all set for the start of the inning. And now the shortstop, Jose Caballero. Skubal back to work. Just missed. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
That misses, and it's 2-1. That one missed.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
In the air, right field. Vierling on the move. Makes the catch. And there's one away.
Now batting, left fielder Richie Palacios.
And here is Richie Palacios. Singled and scored his first time. In there for strike one. Next offering misses down and away. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One down, base is empty. And that one hit to first, and it kicks off the bag.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Skubal throw to first. Now a chance for Johnny DeLuca. Swinging a foul straight back. And that one fouled off. Lined, and that's a base hit. The throw in. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Now batting, the first baseman, Yandy Diaz.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And a foul ball. Swing and a ball lifted in the air and makes the grab. Runner tags for home. The throw's offline. He's safe. And they lead by 3.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
And now it's Brandon Lau. 1 for 2. Snap throw to first. DeLuca dives back in safely. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Everything came together for him. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
A.J. Hinch makes another pitching change. Tarek Skubal won't go any further tonight. And the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. New pitcher for the Tigers, Tommy Kahnle.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. 0 for 2 in this one. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that is that. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Last half of the 5th coming up. Rays 3 and the Tigers nothing. We head to the bottom of the 5th. At the plate, Matt Vierling.
Matt Vierling.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, these Tigers, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Just missed. Started to swing, held up.
Nice job to keep the hands back on that one. Out in front just a little bit.
Fouls 1 away, and now 3 and 2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Gets it to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. Clips the outside corner. Strike 1.
Ball 1.
The Tigers trailing by 3. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering is down low.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Swing and a ground ball. He takes it on his own. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Third baseman Jace Young.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Detroit, Jace Young. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. And that's downstairs and outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. And strike 2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Tigers are shut down there. They trail it here 3-0. Back at Comerica Park. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Johnny Brebbia getting ready to go. Holton getting cranked up as well. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Soft contact in the air. Nice grab.
Up next for Tampa Bay, catcher Danny Jansen.
Danny Jansen to hit here. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, not close. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Green sizing this one up. Makes the catch for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Christopher
2 down, base
Morel.
is empty. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Christopher Morel. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they go quietly there. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. Rays 3 and the Tigers nothing. Back here in Detroit, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. First pitch just misses.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And that one's a little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes. And another ball.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you. Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Next offering is in for a strike.
We got a full
And boy,
count.
that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
On the ground, right side. Loud. Over to first.
He's out.
Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Now batting, shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
And next to hit for Detroit, Trey Sweeney. Grounded out his first time up. Strike one.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in
0-1.
between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay
No
there.
balls, 2 strikes.
The Rays leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Next
Nope,
one just
that's the ball.
misses. 1-2 to count. The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One down, base is empty. And it remains 2-2. And there's the ball.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Payoff pitch. In the air, center field. DeLuca settles underneath it. Snags it for the second out.
Up next for the Tigers, center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Parker Meadows. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's
Ball
the
match
defensive
outside.
side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Ball.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Two outs. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Tigers fail to make any noise. Still down 3-0. And we're back.
Leading
New
off
inning
for
getting
Tampa
started.
Bay,
Digging in,
shortstop,
Jose Caballero.
Caballero.
Canely, in his 10th season, he features a
Ball one, no
changeup,
strike.
a four-seamer, a slider, and he works in a sinker. And that one a little below the knees. 2-0. And that's in the dirt.
No strikes.
That one misses.
Walk.
So a leadoff
First base.
walk.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk,
Now
and
batting,
guy at the
left
plate
fielder,
was not going to help
Richie
him out by swinging at
Palacios.
something out of the zone.
Man at first, nobody out. Richie Palacios next to hit for the Rays. He's 2 for 2. Misses
Ball
again, 5 in a row. just missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Next pitch is downstairs. Caballero on at first. Nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
DeLuca.
First and second, no outs. Johnny DeLuca digs in now.
Well, bottom of the order here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy
as they look to pick up an add-on run, and the number 9 guy at the plate. And a swing and a miss.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting, because of tendencies, a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
First and second, no outs here in the top half of inning number 7. Missed with a changeup, and the count is 1-2.
Two walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Pulled the string on the changeup.
You know, varying speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Yandy Diaz. His 2-run homer back in the third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Not close with that one. 1-1. And that's down and away.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
The 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tommy Kahnle will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
Now on the bump, Tyler Holton.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing team did that to me.
Now the number 2 hitter, Brandon Lau. Yeah, that's fouled off. Next pitch misses, and 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 on, 2 outs. That one finds the corner, and a count 1-2.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Went back to the cutter, and it was worthwhile. Nicely done from the Tigers bullpen there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Rays 3, and the Tigers nothing.
Now pitching for
We're
Tampa
back
Bay.
in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the
60,
7th. Garrett Clevenger.
Garrett Clevenger.
Here's Gleyber
Leading
Torres.
off for the Tigers.
The Tigers
Second
in
baseman,
striking distance,
Gleyber
but have some work to do.
Torres.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's
One ball, one
outside.
strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now the count is even.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Caminero. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
If you want to be a great
Now
defense,
that
you
is
have to
left
deliver
fielder,
consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
So digging in, Riley Green. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Drew Rasmussen warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Uceta getting loose as well. One down, base is empty. There's a swing and a miss.
1-1.
This one popped up. Caminero pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Up next for the Tigers. Designated
Kerry Carpenter
hitter,
now at the
Kerry
plate.
Carpenter.
That's hard hit on the line. And a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, right fielder.
Matt Vierling getting ready to hit. Out front, rip foul. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Two outs. That one
ball,
missing
2
inside.
strikes.
Inside. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Carpenter leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Hit on the ground to short. Caballero. They get the force. That ends the inning. Tigers leave one. They trail in this one 3-0. Ready to begin the 8th. Now up for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero.
For Tampa Bay, third baseman, Junior Caminero.
There's the strike. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Johnny Brebbia getting loose for A.J. Hinch. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Leading off for
and next
Tampa
will be the
Bay,
cleanup
right
hitter,
fielder,
Josh Lowe. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch misses. Nobody out. Runner at first. Right through there for a strike. And that one fouled off. That one
Ball
missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now Danny Jansen 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. A little bit high maybe. And the count even 1-1. Just off the inside edge. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Next offering misses down and away. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And now it's going to be Christopher Morel. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Runners at first and second with 1 gone, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero. Outside low, ball one.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Liner, base hit. Right past his coach, headed for the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Now pitching for
Back
Tampa
now,
Bay.
new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
63.
bottom of the 8th, Edwin Uceta.
Uceta.
So digging in, Colt Keith. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
That one just misses.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Here's the third baseman, Jace Young. And takes low for ball 1. One down, base is empty. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Palacios snags it, and there are 2 down.
Up next for the Tigers.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Jake Rogers. On the ground to third. Inning over.
Now pitching.
We're
for
back.
the
It's the top of the
Tigers.
9th. And there's a new pitcher on the
Number
mound,
49.
Johnny Brebbia.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now the left fielder,
Leading off
Richie
for Tampa Bay,
Palacios.
Left fielder, Richie Palacios.
And there's a strike. Swing and a ball popped up. Young in position. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Johnny DeLuca.
And stepping in for the Rays, Johnny DeLuca. 1 for 3. Foul ball. Bunting for a hit. Has to barehand it. Throw to first. And they get the out.
Man, he made that look easy, didn't he? I mean, there's nothing simple about that play, Boog, especially when you break it down. But right there, everything was done in one fluid motion to deliver a strike over to first just in time for the out. I tell you, I could watch that all day. 2
Two down, bases empty. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Yandy Diaz. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Two down, nobody on. Tap foul at the plate. Next offering misses. 2 balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Sliced hard but foul. That's too low. And that's ball 3. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. Rays 3 and the Tigers nothing. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Pete Fairbanks.
Now
he has a great
Tampa
slider
Bay,
with tons of movement.
Number 29, Pete Fairbanks.
So digging in,
Leading
Trey
off for the
Sweeney.
Tigers, shortstop Trey Sweeney.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Lau sends it to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
That's a huge defensive
Now
play in the
batting,
late stages
center
of the
fielder,
game. It might not be the most
Parker
challenging
Meadows.
we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
And now the center fielder, Parker Meadows. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, so many hard throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch up.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Next offering is downstairs. The Tigers trailing by 3. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Struck him out swinging. And they're down to their last out.
With that kind of velocity and
Now
elevated fastball,
second
even if
baseman,
it's still in the strike zone, can be
Torres.
tough for hitters to get on top of.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And a strike to Gleyber.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Hit to right, and that should do it. And he'll make the catch. Ball game. And the Rays claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
This is just a nice win. 3-0 ball game. You feel comfortable about the 3 runs that you scored, but you also know that if you're not careful, a bloop, a base hit, and a home run ties everything up. But it was great pitching. Timely hitting really made the difference.